Hey everyone, and happy holidays to you. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you've had a wonderful, fabulous, festive, cool, beautiful day today. Hope everything is merry and bright, and hope you're getting all your holiday shopping done. Hope everything has been good with you. Hope you're safe, you're happy, everything is going well in your life. So anyway, with that said, today guys, we are diving into, I've got like about 20 beautiful women's fragrances in front of me, from classic to modern to the most recent. I want to give a special thanks to Dillard's Department Store and L'Oreal, as well as Chanel, Dior, and Lancome, for also just supporting me in this video. It is not sponsored, by the way, so this is not a paid sponsorship. They were just really great with information and helping me out with this video, so I really do appreciate it, so thank you to them. So anyway, if you guys want to know what my favorite top women's fragrances are for the holiday season, and ones that I love and some that I've collected, then stick around and let's do this together. So guys, we are all ready. You can see I got the red lipstick on, we got the Snoopy sweater on, we are all ready to go through this wonderful guide of holiday fragrances. I'm so excited to share some of my favorites with you. So just to give you a breakdown of how we're going to be doing this, we're going to be going over the type of fragrance that it is, the notes of the fragrance, the price of the fragrance, and what the bottle looks like, and a little bit of the company description of what the fragrance looks like. I have quite a few notes, so I will be looking down currently because I can't remember everything that's in all these fragrances. So you guys have to give me a little bit of a cheat leeway here because I can't remember everything and I don't have a script reader, so we just have to go with the flow. So starting out with our fragrance journey, we have the fragrance My Way by Giorgio Armani. This is a 3.0 ounce and it's $135. This fragrance is actually categorized as a fresh, vibrant, captivating fragrance. It has bergamot, tuberose, jasmine, vanilla, and cedarwood. And the company statement on this one is, our experiences define who we are. Open up to all new encounters, broaden your horizons to discover who you are. And My Way is by your side on this journey, and I am what I live. And then it's just a beautiful statement. I think it's a very lively, happy statement. The fragrance is just, it's so pretty. It's just so soft. It's not really super hard to, if you want something a little bit more clean, but you like a floral, but you like a little bit of woodiness in your fragrance, you may really like this one. You can definitely smell the tuberose. You can definitely smell a little hint of the jasmine and the vanilla together. And you know, if you've ever really smelled jasmine on its own, jasmine is very bland, but when you mix it with something, it gives a very beautiful scent to the fragrance. But it smells really beautiful, and this is a really beautiful one. Love the bottle. The bottle is so pretty. So this one is a very good one. Next, we're going to dive into the YSL collection. These are two of my favorite YSL fragrances, and I have a few of them here, but these are two of my favorites. I absolutely love it. This is the Libre, and this is the Libre Intense. And it smells, both of them smell so amazing. This one is the original, and it's just, oh my God, it's just so beautiful. Love the bottle. Look at the bottle. The bottle is so gorgeous. If you guys have never smelled the original, it is just to die for. So what the company says is, it is the It Couture fragrance of fashion. It's an iconic floral lavender with a sexy, cool twist. It's a breath of freedom encapsulated in a signature It accessory bottle inspired by couture codes. And the EDP has this particular has lavender essence, orange blossom, and musk. So if you like a really kind of, it's like it's fresh, but yet it's got like this little hint of a twist to it, this is a really beautiful one. This one is actually the 3.0 ounce is $134. But it's just absolutely gorgeous. And then we have the Intense. This one is the newest one. Oh my God, it smells so incredible. You just want to eat it. It smells so freaking good. This one is a sensual floral lavender, where the other one is more of a bold floral. This is more of a sensual floral. It has lavender essence as well as the original, and it has the orange blossom, but it has orchid accord and vanilla in it, where the other one has the musk. You can definitely smell the vanilla. And you can definitely smell the orchid, a little bit of the orchid. You can still smell some of the orange blossom. But you guys, oh my God, this is just incredible. It's so freaking sexy. It's a beautiful, sexy fragrance. So if you like floral, again, but with a little bit more of a spice to it or a little bit more warmth to it, but you like a floral, this would be really beautiful for you too. Both are sensual florals. You will really enjoy these. So next, I want to talk about a fragrance that I absolutely adore. I've talked about this one in many other videos that I've had before that had just been one. I actually think I remember putting it on my list last year, or maybe it was something, but it's just one of my favorite fragrances. And it is the YSL Opium fragrance, the original one from, I think it was 1978 or 1980 when they launched this fragrance. You guys, this fragrance is just so, so beautiful. I don't know why I love it, but see, I like a really sexy, almost, it's got like a really deep, rich spice to it. And this is what exactly the way that they describe the fragrance by YSL. This is what YSL says. It's a mysterious, sensual, and intriguing fragrance. So if you like mystery and you like sensual and you like a really deep, rich, hearty fragrance, this is the oldie but goodie, and it's definitely one to check out. That's for sure. So it actually is considered a spicy oriental. You experience the jasmine and the vanilla with the opulent, decadent, and sensual fragrance together. That's what the company statement is. Its main notes are jasmine, mandarin, and vanilla. And the EDP for the 3-point ounce is 124 for this bottle. But the bottle is just still the beautiful bottle that it always was. It still has that captivating scent. I love the dry down on this one. It actually has a very almost not masculine, but it's got like a real, it's a feminine, but yet it's so spicy that a man or woman could wear this because it's very unisex. And that's why I really enjoy this one. But yet it's got a sweetness, but yet it's still a little sweet, but it's more of the spicy. So I just love it. This is just a fantastic fragrance. You cannot go wrong with this fragrance. So this is a definite high up on the list. And you're going to see 1, 2, 3. You're going to see about 3 or 4 other classical fragrances that I absolutely love. You know, I'm a child of the, the 70s and the 80s. So, and I was born in the 70s, but I was really pretty much grew up in the 80s. So these kind of fragrances have a little bit of nostalgia for me, as well as happiness to me, and I just love them. I just absolutely love them. Growing up, I wasn't as crazy about them, but I absolutely love them. So the next one I want to talk about is the Flower Bomb by Viktor & Rolf. This fragrance is so incredible, guys. It's really considered a classic at this point. Flower Bomb it's at the EDP, and this is the 3-point ounce. This is what she looks like. Absolutely beautiful. I'm sure you guys have probably smelled it. If you have not, you should definitely, if you were in a department store or wherever, you should definitely check it out and look at it, smell it, maybe get a sample of it. But it is a 3.4 ounce, which is this size, and it's 168 for this size. I'm sorry, I'm turning it around. It has Sambic jasmine in it. It has Cinnaflola rose in it, freesia, peony, amber, and patchouli. It is considered the description of this is amazing. It's a floral explosion, glamour, voluptuous, pleasure, seduction, utopia. That's like everything you could possibly want in a fragrance, right? It's so incredible. But it's considered a floriental gourmand. So a gourmand usually means that it usually has a lot more of a sweetness to it. But this is really beautiful. You can smell some of the jasmine. You can definitely smell some of the rose. And you can smell some of the patchouli in it, believe it or not. But it is just a really beautiful fragrance. So this is a really nice one. If you're into more of a gourmand type of fragrance, we will be going through a couple other gourmands. If you like something with that kind of a sweet, but yet with a little bit of a seductive kind of smell to it, gourmand is just it's addictive because it's almost like candy. So this is a little addictive. So once you spray it and you smell it, it is really awesome. And then next up is this is the Ruby Orchid. This is the sister to that one. So the Ruby Orchid is considered more of this is the EDP, by the way, and this is the 1.7, I believe it's the 1 ounce or the 1.7. I'm not really sure, but this particular, but for the 3.4 in this one, it is a 168 as well. They've considered a floral fruity. So it, Also, it's Essential Floral Fantasy, and it has Vine Peach Accord, it has Ruby Accord, and it also has Bourbon Vanilla as well. So, I mean, it smells really, really good. It's got a really beautiful smell to it. You can definitely smell the sweetness in it. You can definitely smell the peach. You can smell a little bit of the peach. You can definitely smell the ruby. And then the dry down some, you can smell some of the vanilla. It's a beautiful fragrance. It's really, really pretty. It's a little bit, to me, it's definitely a little bit more on the sweeter side. So if you like something with a little bit of hint of sweet to it, you might like this one. You know, this one is just going to be, to me, it's just that blend that is edible. This one's just a little bit more different, but they're both beautiful fragrances and definitely worth just to look at or to smell. Okay, guys, so next up we have Valentino, and this is the Born in Roma. This is the actual Coral Fantasy fragrance. This is the 3.4 bottle, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's $138 for this size. Really beautiful bottle, really detailed. I love the way that it feels. It feels almost kind of like a jagged, it's a little jagged around the edges of it. It's really kind of like modern, but yet it's got a really beautiful citrusy floral smell to it. They consider the notes in it the kiwi accord, a juicy orange, jasmine rose, ambriette seeds, and musk in it. Absolutely beautiful. It's very bright. It's got a very bright, very kind of almost sunny kind of fragrance to it. So if you like a little bit more of a fruity fragrance, you would probably really enjoy this one. It's really, really nice. And then the next one is, we're going to go into Terry Mugler. Again, we have two classic fragrances here, but the one and the original only is the Angel. It's such a classic fragrance. Now, I won't lie to you guys. I smell Angel I remember when Angel came out. I remember when Angel came out like in the 90s. And I remember it was like 98 or 97 when this fragrance came out. And not everybody that I've ever smelled it on has always smelled great in it. You know, sometimes you smell good in certain things and sometimes you don't. This fragrance is so beautiful though. It's really beautiful, but it's extremely rich. The way because I always forget the exact notes in it, because I'm going to tell you guys what the notes are, but the notes in the EDP, which is what this size is, and I think this is a 1.7, this is a 135 size, the actual 3.4 is 180 for it, but it has bergamot, whiffs of fresh air, caramel, hints of cotton candy, vanilla, chocolate, and Javon patchouli. But the bottle is just absolutely stunning. This is such a beautiful classic smell. I mean, it's just, and a little bit of this goes a very long way. So if you like the hints of sweet, but yet you like the spicy, but yet you like a little bit, it's almost, to me, it's not, they don't consider it a gourmand, but the way that it kind of smells to me, it kind of reminds me of a gourmand, because there's so many of all these beautiful smells mixed together. Absolutely gorgeous fragrance. This is definitely one that it's a classic, and you definitely need to check this one out if that interests you. We have Alien, and this one is one of the Alien fragrances. This is Alien Goddess. An Alien Goddess is a divine eau de parfum to create the extraordinary. And she is divine, extraordinary, and luminous. And the way that they describe it, now this one has some beautiful ingredients in it. It has Italian bergamot essence, coconut water accord, jasmine grandarum florum. I can't pronounce some of these. I'm sorry, I can't remember. And then bourbon vanilla and Chesnerian wood. And this particular size is a 3 ounce. This is a 3 ounce, and she is $170. Really beautiful fragrance, guys. It's really, really pretty. It's got a really unique smell to it. So pretty. I really like a lot of the Alien fragrances. My best friend, he loves the original Alien, absolutely loves it. He wears it all the time. He loves it. But I love this fragrance. It's really nice. A lot of the Alien fragrances are pretty. There's two of them. There's the original, and then there's this one, the Goddess. Both of them are really beautiful. You can't go wrong with either one of them. But this one's just very unique. I mean, if I had a choice between the two, I do like the original more than I do this one, but this one is really pretty. But the other one, I guess it's just because it reminds me of really good memories and it kind of reminds me of him. I just kind of think I just like it a little bit better. But this one is a really beautiful fragrance. Next up, we have the Prada Paradox fragrance. This is so beautiful. You guys, I can't even tell you. This is so delicious. You want to just eat it. It smells so good. This one is the 142. I think it's the 90 mils, if I'm not mistaken, but I think that's what it is. I think it's the 90 mils, and she is 142 for this size. But the way that they describe this is the timeless freshness of a white flower bouquet, an avant-garde twist of amber musk, and redefined sensuality and intensity. It's the floral amber is the category that it's in, and it has Calabrian bergamot heart, tangerine essence, pear accord, neroli essence, neroli bud essence, Tunisian orange flower, heart blossom, absolute blossom, heart absolute blossom, jasmine, sambiac absolute, and amber accord. God, I'm telling you all these notes. It's just like there's so many. Now you can see why I have to take notes because I can't remember everything. But oh my God, it smells so good. Oh, it's just so, it's like this beautiful sweetness that just, I don't know what, it just reminds you of, I don't know, like a day at it's not like by the ocean, but it's just like, it's like you're in this fruit orchard and you've got like all these really beautiful orange trees around you. And it's just that natural breeze of blowing in the wind with hints of sweetness, but yet it's got like a beautiful, I don't know. I can't even describe everything because it just smells so good, but you can definitely smell like the blossoms in it. That's what I'm thinking of, like an orchid. I'm thinking of like orchids when I kind of smell it because it's just like, and the trees blowing and you can kind of smell the blossoms and you can smell the oranges. Like if you've ever been at a grove of oranges, you can smell the oranges. It just smells so beautiful. It's a beautiful fragrance. You definitely smell the neroli in it as well. This is one of the hottest fragrances right now. Everybody loves it that smells it. I mean, if you like a little bit more of the sweet and you like a little, definitely more of that floral amber type of a fragrance, or you like a floral with a little bit more of a little hint of neroli. If you like neroli, you will definitely love this fragrance. It's really nice. Now we are ready to move on to some classic fragrances, and I thought we would just dive into, I'll go in through like brand. So we're going to go into some Dior, and then we're going to go into some Chanel, and then I'm going to finish out with Lancome. So this is the Miss Dior Eau de Parfum spray, and this is basically a fragrance that has been reinvented with a new scent twist. So basically it's considered what they call a mellifluory fragrance. It has Centifoli Rose, it has Lily of the Valley, and it actually has like a Fiona chord with like powdery iris notes, and it also has a slight note of tender wood enveloped in the composition. It is just a really beautiful packaging. Is so beautiful. The little bow on it, the way that it's so just like feminine, but yet just elegant, and it's just absolutely stunning. This is the Eau de Parfum. This is the 3.4. It is it sells for $148. And you can get it online as well. If you go on the Dior site, you can actually get it engraved. They actually have an engravable if you want to get it engraved. And I think Dillard's and some of the stores, they also do engraving as well. So make sure to check. Usually they will do special events around engraving, so you can definitely check that out as well. But this is just a beautiful, hot, happening fragrance. This one and the next one are like two of Dior's hot selling fragrances. They sell it so much. Especially the new one is going to be selling like crazy, but this one is a classic. She's just been reinvented because they do still make the classic fragrance. I did find it. It is still on Dior.com, and it is their Miss Dior Original, and she's $220, so she's not cheap, but it's in a 0.5 ounce. So if you want something a little bit more on the classic side, if you love the Miss Dior Original, it is still available. But this is just a beautiful fragrance, and we sell it so much, and it smells so good. Everybody that smells it just loves it because it's like, it's the floral, but yet it's just got this hint of just sexiness to it, but yet it's kind of girly, but it's not too girly. I don't know. It's just a beautiful fragrance. You can definitely smell the Lily of the Valley in it. You can definitely also smell a little bit of the iris. It's just a beautiful fragrance. Okay guys, so next up we have the new J'adore, and this is the new J'adore it's so beautiful. It's a beautiful product. It has the jasmine in it, it has velvet magnolia in it, as well as neroli. This is an alcohol-free fragrance. It does not contain any alcohol in it whatsoever, but it's just water and flowers. That's pretty much the way Dior carries it, the way that they express it. It is a 148 for a 3.4 ounce. Absolutely stunning. If you love a beautiful floral fragrance and you love just floral and you don't like a lot of the sweetness, but yet you don't like a lot of the spiciness, and you are a floral person, you will absolutely love this. I mean, even men love this because it smells so good. It's very fresh. It literally makes you feel like you're just in a field of flowers, and you just, and that's what you smell. You're just standing in a field of flowers. It's on a beautiful spring day, and you can just smell all of the flowers around you, and it just absolutely encapsulates you and makes you just feel, it takes you away to another place. Absolutely stunning fragrance. It's so beautiful. You just spray it all over the skin, and you can spray it directly. It just smells, it feels just like skincare on the skin. It's like water. It is absolutely stunning. And then, of course, I have to talk about my favorite fragrance that I get teased about all the time. So when I'm at work, all the time, I get people that tease me about this fragrance because I love the Poison family. So Hypnotic Poison is one of my favorites. I used to love Midnight Poison, which is no longer carried here in the US. They still carry it, but it's only in France. And also, I love Poison Girl. Smells really great. I also love the Pure Poison. I love that one as well. But my favorite is the original Poison. Again, another 1980s, around the 1980s fragrance. Absolutely love this fragrance, guys. It is so beautiful. It is so seductive and so sensual and so sexual. It is just absolutely beautiful. If you like a beautiful, spicy, oh my God, it's like, it's just so, it's like, it's basically, what they consider is an elixir. So it's a beautiful, sultry elixir is how they describe it. It's provocative and it's mysterious as well. And the way it heightens the seduction. So if you are someone that loves a good, seductive, mysterious, sexy, rich, deep fragrance, this one's going to be you because it has coriander in it, it has tuberose in it, and it also has an opipanox. And opipanox is actually a gum from a tree in Africa that, with a velvety balsamic note to it. It's just a beautiful, rich, spicy, floral, ambery note fragrance. It's like and it actually has honey and musk in it too, which I forget about that. This one actually is, this is the Eau de Toilette. I don't think we have the perfume. I'm not really sure, but this is the Eau de Toilette. They only make the one kind, that's it. They only make this one size now. They don't really, I think online you can get this, there's a smaller one online. You can get like, I think it's an EDP that's on the Dior.com, but that's the only place you can get it. But this is the actual Eau de Toilette, and it's $125 for it. I think it's a 3.4 ounce. It's absolutely just stunning. It's one of my favorite fragrances. So it's along the line of the opium. So if you like opium, you would really enjoy it. It's just a little bit more sexier, a little bit more heavier than opium. So a little bit of it goes a long way, but when I spray it in the store, they always like, they have to run because they're like, oh, Gabe is here because we know these spraying because I love it so much. It smells so good, but I'm telling you, I get so many compliments with it. And I'm telling you, it is just such an awesome, awesome fragrance. Guys, so we are down to the last 4. We're down to 4 more fragrances left. And of course, you know, I had to kind of save some of the best ones for last, you know, Dior, and then we got Chanel, and then we're going to be diving into some Lancome. But we have to talk about my favorite Chanel fragrance. And this one is the Coco Noir. So Coco is a beautiful fragrance, which we're actually going to be talking about another Coco in a minute. I just absolutely love this fragrance. It just smells, it's just everything to me. Oh my God, it's so freaking sexy. It smells so freaking good. So the way that the Chanel, I mean, oh my God, it's just so beautiful. It's just like this dazzling femininity, but yet it's seductive, intensively brilliant. It has a magnetic sensuality that's in a modern ambery type of a fragrance. The way that Chanel described it is, let me I have to read you guys what Chanel says it is. So it's a prelude, a vibrant, sophisticated burst dominated by bergamot-sparked curiosity. A generous heart gradually reveals the sensuality of May rose and remarkable note of geranium rose leaf. This luminous floral faucet creates a striking presence with a trail of Venezuelan tonka bean and Indonesian patchouli notes that adds intrigue. This is so, if you like deep, and you like sensual, if you like in around these kind of fragrances, these like this, you are going to love this one. Again, it's rich. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, poison, opium, a lot of those are unisex. Like men or women, either one can wear these. So just when I talk about women's fragrances, anybody can wear these, because a lot of it depends on what you are and what you like and what, and you know, and what your preferences are. But this one is absolutely 100% unisex. I mean, a man or a woman can wear it. It's very Tom Fordish. It's got a lot of that. It's got a little bit of a Tom Ford feel to it. And I could tell that he was inspired by this fragrance in one way or another. But it's just gorgeous. This fragrance is just incredible. It smells incredible. It feels incredible on the skin. It's just absolutely beautiful. But it's Chanel. We can't, what can we say? And then, and with that said, we're moving on to the original Coco Mademoiselle. Oh my God. This is just, you guys, this one is just so pretty. But I want to read you what Chanel says it is. So it's a vibrant orange, immediately awakens the senses. It's a clear and sensual heart reveals a transparent accord of jasmine and May rose. The scent finally unfurls and refined accents of patchouli and velvetier. It's like is irresistibly sensual, spirited, bold, mischievous, provocative, independent. I mean, let me tell you something. It's like it's expression of a woman to reinvent herself day after day. This fragrance, my roommate way back in the day, she used to wear this. Not Suzanne, but a roommate that I had, a while back. She used to wear this all the time, and I swear I used to love it. I could just go in her room and smell her pillow because I just love the way it smells. It just smells so freaking good. It's just got such a beautiful smell to it. It's so sexy to me. It's another really sexy one, but yet it's not as rich as this one. This one's more rich and more deep and it's got more mystery to it. This one's not. It's a little bit more on the brighter side. But it's bold, but yet it still makes a statement. It's the reason why it's been #1, and I can't even tell you how many times, because I'm telling you right now, it is #1 in most stores. Believe it or not, it's #1 in most department stores every year after year. And even regardless of some of the newest ones, this one still reigns #1. This one and Chance. Now Chance, I have Chance, but I do not like Chance. It does not do it for me personally. I have a lot of people that love Chance. It's one of their favorites. It's a go-to. It's just one of my favorite. It's not one of my favorite fragrances whatsoever. I do like some of the other Chances in the different scents, but I don't like the original Chant. But this one absolutely is just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. You can't go wrong with Coco Mademoiselle. It's definitely a classic. With that said, we have 2 more classic fragrances, and they're from Lancôme. And this is the Adole, and you can see how much I've done went through this bottle. This fragrance, guys, is so clean. If you like a shower clean smell, male, female, it doesn't matter. If you like a shower clean smell and you want to just like you stepped out of a shower, it's considered what we consider a chypre. And a chypre in fragrance means that it's a blend of different, it has like all these notes, but you can't really determine on where it starts and where it ends. So when somebody smells it, they can't really describe what they're smelling, but they're smelling like different. It always smells different. It never smells the same. The chypre continuously grows around. This fragrance is just absolutely stunning, guys. It's so beautiful, so fresh, so light, so airy. It's a reason why Zendaya is our model, and it's like one of her favorite fragrances. It is just absolutely beautiful. The packaging is gorgeous because it reminds you of a cell phone. It actually, you can feel it. You can actually see the little hole. You can see right through it because it actually is like almost like a looking through the lens. You can see into the world. You can put it in your pocket. It's so easy to use. It actually stands now. It used to not stand. It used to just would lay flat, and a lot of people be like, well, why does it not stand? Well, when they developed the bottle, they wanted people to pick up the fragrance. That was the whole idea of it, because when you lay it down, it's kind of a disturbance, and you kind of want to stand it up on its own. And so what it would do is people would automatically pick it up, so then they would want to smell it. But it is just a really gorgeous fragrance. It's definitely becoming one of Lancome's classic fragrances. It is, for this particular, for a 3.4 ounce, it is actually, it's $135, and then a 1.7 is $102. But this is really great if you have someone, that has a young at heart, or that doesn't like fragrance a lot, but they like something really clean and really fresh. This would be one that you would definitely, could show them. And then, then I'm kind of saving one of my favorites for last, because this one reminds me of my mother. And I'm trying not to get emotional, but, this fragrance means a lot to me. So when I smell it, I smell her, and I think of her. And, because I think we forget that fragrance is a memory. It triggers something in our heads. So, I mean, it could be one of the worst smells that you could ever smell, but you don't like it. But, because somebody, maybe your grandmother or your mother, or, someone in your family, who that family member is, or somebody that you absolutely love or you care for, that wears that fragrance, you immediately think of them because you can smell it, and you immediately think of them. It's like, so when I immediately smell this fragrance, I think of my mother. And I mean, because she loved this fragrance, and she would always get so many compliments with it, and people would just always tell her. I mean, she would just love it when strange men would come up to her and ask her what she has on. And because she couldn't even pronounce it, but she just absolutely loved it. So, this fragrance, it took me a while before I could smell this fragrance again, especially working for Lancome, because if you didn't know, I work, I do some part-time work for Dior on the side as a freelancer, and as a kind of like a regional coordinator, and then I also am a regional with Lancome as well. I just work more for Lancome. I do more work for them, but it just was it took me a while before I could really sit and smell it, because every time I would smell it, it would just, if I'd smelled it, I would just cry. I've gotten to the point now where I've gotten used to it. I don't cry as much anymore, or get as upset, because it's a good memory. It's not a bad memory, but it just triggers me, and it takes me to her. And she loved Red Doors. She loved a couple of fragrances that was really, really beautiful, and that or the older fragrances that she loved. Like my grandmother was White Diamonds, that kind of sort of thing. And so every time I think of my White Diamonds, I think of my grandmother, because she loved it, and she would douse herself in it when she... You got to smell White Diamond. It was a classic for a reason, I guess, but it's distinctive for sure. But it had its place in history, as well as like Estee Lauder used to, and a lot of fragrances that are really Estee Lauder beautiful. A lot of these fragrances have been around for a while. So anyway, with that said, it is the Lancome La Vie est belle, which means life is beautiful in French. It has a beautiful smile on it. We always recommend that we think of Julia Roberts when we think of this fragrance, because everybody thinks that they call it the Julia Roberts fragrance. But it is just such a beautiful gourmand. It's a blend of, you have that beautiful blend of like spun sugar, you have vanilla, you have iris. It is just such stunning fragrance. I mean, if you love a sweet fragrance, every time we sell this, men go bananas. They love it. I mean, if you're someone that has a man in your life that loves sweet, and you just want, it's just stunning. La Vie est belle is just a stunning fragrance. You can't go wrong with La Vie est belle. It smells so good. And it makes you feel like home. It makes you feel at home. It makes you feel loved, and it kind of reminds you of, kind of almost like sweetness, like cookies, and maybe someone cooking, or it's just got this beautiful love feel around it. I don't know. It just makes you feel loved when you smell it. Not only because it reminds me of my mother, but it just has that smell to it. You only need a little bit of it too. You don't need a lot of it, but it's just absolutely stunning. It just feels and smells so good on the skin. And if you've never experienced La Vie Belle, and if you like a richer fragrance and you like something with a little sweet in it, but yet this beautiful smell, this gourmand smell where it's just this blend and you can't really put your finger on it, but it's also got a little bit of the patchouli in it. It is just a really amazing fragrance, guys. You can't go wrong with this fragrance. I would definitely check it out. And you can also get a sample at Lancome. I think, you know, they should have some samples around, or they should be able to give you a sample of that, or the Adal. You know, Adal has a family. There's L'Entente. There's also the new Nectar, which is really beautiful. La Vie Belle also has a family. There is the, some stores still carry the Le Claw, which has been phased out, but some stores still have it. There's the Tante de Mont, there's Soleil, and there's also the Crystal de Soleil, and then there's also the new and Oui, and it's absolutely gorgeous too. It's just a little bit more spicier than this one, but you definitely should check this one out. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And you know what, guys, that is it. So what do you guys think? Please let me know down below, like maybe some of your favorites, maybe a fragrance that triggers your memory, something that brings you home, something that makes you think of a family member that you love, or maybe it's yourself, maybe it's a fragrance that your husband wears, or your boyfriend, or maybe someone in your life that you love. I mean, you know, I would love to hear any stories that you guys have to share. I would love to hear it, you know, down in our description box. I would love it, or description box, I'm sorry, down in the comment section. I'm the one that has to fill out the description box, so yeah, you don't have to worry about that one. But yeah, but I am so glad that you are here to experience this journey with me. I hope this helped you with some decisions on your fragrance making this season. I'm sorry that it took a little bit long, but just going through all of the notes and everything, it just takes a while. I hope that I made everything a little bit clear to you. So anyway, with that said, guys, you know, be safe, be strong, be proud, stand tall, love yourself. Remember to tell someone today that you love them, because life is way too short. Also remember to be kind to someone today, because kindness can go off a long way. And also remember to smile, and also remember to laugh, because, you know, joy in your life, you know, it's just life. Like I said, life is too short, you know, and you need to enjoy every moment of life that you can. And anyway, take care, guys, and we will see you again in the next episode. Bye.